I have wondered for the longest time, what is better in the laning phase? Healer token, health potion, guard token, mana potion, scout ward, health and mana potion, and scouts. What is better? Well, I love me some math, and while we can only really take a look at the math for the healer token, health potion, and guard token, I've always wondered what gives us the most EHP in that early laning phase. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Paragon Guide. I am Sylphin. Here we are taking a look at the healer token, health plot, and or guardian, or the guard token. So we're going to be talking about if the healer token plus either a health potion or guard token is better in that early laning phase. Well, before we get into the math, we need to make some statements about the kind of situation that revolves around that early laning phase and how stuff works. Statement one, we're having the most sustain during the laning phase is what we want the most and what is currently meta. If you take a look at my high elo game casts, you can see that everybody basically goes health potion and a healer token. Sometimes you see them getting a mana potion. A Narbash can go for 2 mana potions and a Scout's Ward, simply because his passive gets, gives people health. But basically you see mana potion or health potion and a healer token. You want the most sustain, the most health back in that early phase as possible, simply because you want experience, you want card power, etc., etc. Now, we're going to be assuming that we are utilizing our regen, our health regen, 100% of the time. We're going to assume that you're always taking a bit of damage, always making sure you get a last hit, especially in the off lane. You can poke forward a little bit, get that last hit, stuff like that. You're always taking a bit of damage, trying to, I don't know, poke the enemy down every once in a while, kind of giving the, the healer token the benefit of the doubt the whole time. So that is an assumption that we're making just to make it kind of simple and kind of just get a straight answer. Now, statement number 3: the base stats of a caster are used in these scenarios down here. So they have, we're assuming their basic attack armor of casters, their base health as casters, and stuff like that. Simply because if it won't work for a caster, it definitely won't. It definitely won't work for a fighter, or in fact, if it works for a caster, then it definitely works for a fighter. If basic armor is better. So those are some of the statements that we are making here, just because there's some assumptions and some underlying things here that have to be said. Now, we're going to use two different scenarios here to compare against a health potion and a healer token, or a healer token and a guard token. So here in scenario 1, it's the first 3 minutes of a game, averaging about level 2. It's about 180 seconds for 3 minutes, and we have a base health of 567.43 at level 2, using that of a caster. The healer token is going to give us 504 health back, and a health pot gives us 680, with both charges of that health pot utilized in return. So our effective HP here at level 5 basic armor. In fact, nope, that is incorrect. My apologies. This is level 2 basic armor, and this is also level 2 basic armor. My apologies. We have 1,357 effective HP. Now here in scenario 2, it's the first 3 minutes, just like scenario 1, but the duration is the same. Base health is the same. Healer token, over the same duration, it's working the same, but instead we have the guard token that gives us +7 armor. So this +7 armor works, it goes into this formula here, and it gives us 1,221 effective HP there in the first 2 minutes. With the health from the healer token and their base health and the armor and their base health, etc., etc. As you can see, healer token and health pot wins out. Wins out with a solid 136 health over the guard token effective HP. So I mean that's a solid amount. That's a solid amount. That's a couple basic attacks, that could, be that one basic attack that you need to survive as you're trying to escape the enemy. Yeah, they're in that early lane phase. I would say that's pretty significant, especially considering that the health pot will give you a touch more instantaneous, sustain. At least for the first, at least for the 15 seconds that it's working, whereas a guard token is a little bit slower of a sustain tool. Now we go down here to scenario 3 and scenario 4. This is the second 3-minute period. So you go back to base the first time, and then you go back out, and this is the second 3-minute period. So this is from 3 minutes to 6 minutes, or just that second 3-minute period after all of this has happened. So again, we have a duration of 180 seconds because it's the second 3-minute period. We have 702 base health, average about level 4. Right, I can't make this completely insanely mathematical and amazing. Sorry. So we're just going to assume average level 4, base health of 702, healer token giving us same 504 because 180 seconds, and health pot 180. This time for this second 3-minute period, we have an effective HP. Again, this is level 4 basic armor and level 4 basic armor. My apologies. 1532 effective HP for the second 3-minute period. Here we go in with this guard token. Again, blah, 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 blah. And we can see 1397. Again, 130, whatever that is, effective HP. Again, maybe a little bit less significant, as people kind of doing a little bit more damage here at the second 3-minute interval. But hey, health pot wins out again. So that's pretty much it, guys. Health pot and health token wins out. Guard token doesn't seem to work overly too well. Even though there's a lesser amount of base armor that you get, and relative to that, guard token is actually quite effective relative to, if you were to put health on or armor on later when you have more of it. Even though that it is more effective because there's diminishing returns, it still doesn't work out. Healer token and health pot is better in that early game, especially if you went back and we got 2 healer tokens or something like that. Oh boy, that would have been nuts. Now, pardon me, there is another scenario that you're probably wondering. What about Greystone? Well, we can take a look at him too. Because his passive gives him more armor and it gives him more health. Maybe the guard token can, work over more health. Well, let's see. Greystone, we're just gonna make it nice and simple. The first 6 minutes, average about level 4. We're really giving him the benefit of the doubt here. Duration of 360 seconds, 6 minutes. Base health of 912, that's including his passive. Healer token over that amount of time. Again, assuming you're always taking a little bit of damage. Gives you 1008 health back. Health pot 360. This is assuming you can go back to base once, get those charges. So you're basically using a health pot 4 times here. Total EHP, again, level 4 basic armor. Goodness, gives you 2,765. It's quite a bit again, because you're Greystone. You have that stoic, you have that that passive. It's quite a bit. Here in scenario 6, this is with the guard token, so it's using all the same assumptions here, and unfortunately, it doesn't quite work out. 2408 instead of that 2765. Again, I think that this health pot just simply works better with his natural armor instead of this armor working with his natural armor that he already gets. So I think the diminishing return point is already really hurting Greystone here for that early armor. But as soon as he hit level 5, I think that actually totally switches. Because then that armor can work off of so much more health, and then it definitely becomes more effective. So there you guys go. Even for Greystone, health token, health pot, really, really quite nice for for the laning phase. Conclusion, health potions would give you more EHP against both basic damage and ability damage versus a guard token. Again, that is another consideration. Health potion gives you, gives you effective EHP against ability damage, whereas the guard token simply does not. Even though most of the damage you're taking there in the laning phase is basic damage, still there will be some key abilities that will hurt you pretty much. So there you guys go. What do you guys think? You guys kind of know that already. This was kind of pretty meta already, anyways. Not sure we need to take a look at it, but I wanted to definitively look into it myself. Do some quick math. See if it, see if the meta is correct, I guess. And certainly is. Health potion, vastly superior. Ladies and gentlemen, please like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, share it with the community. Of course, subscribe. If you guys like this content, found it useful, I would love to be able to do it for you in the future again as well. Till next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.